Hi, I'm Sue Ty from Dress to Impress, and I'm going to show you how to lace up the back of a wedding dress. Whether you've actually had the dress fitting by myself or whether you've actually come and found your dress elsewhere and just need a bit of guidance on how to actually lace it up, hopefully these tips will actually help you get the perfect effect that you need from the back. We'll actually pull the panel together like that. Obviously the bride will be hopefully holding her dress up to aid you, so this is just on a mannequin at the moment. Start with the laces completely even in length. These have been shortened so we know that they're not going to hang too long down the back of the dress. And you start on the left hand side with the laces through that first rouleau loop. Take the second lace and we go behind each of these loops, and you need about 3 pairs of hands to actually do this job to start with. So that goes behind there, still holding on to this left hand side with this right loop, goes behind there, and then pull that one through, making sure there are no twists. Then you can let go of this side, and this one then goes behind this loop, and it's very similar to lacing up a pair of shoes. So don't be worried too much about it not being tight at the beginning. So back behind each loop, and it's imperative you actually go behind on every loop, so when you pull this in a minute to actually make it nice and tight round your round the bride, you obviously need to be able to pull each lace through. So back behind each one. If you actually went the other way and went in front, when you come to pull these laces through in a minute, they won't actually come through really evenly, and you will end up then with lots of bulging. So this then will sit there. This dress has actually been fitted to this mannequin, but the panel can actually be made in various sizes to actually fit the gap behind, so you don't need any skin showing through there. So you can see we're just building it up, and we go probably to about 1/3 of the way down to start with, just very loosely behind. So you can see how I'm building that up and how we're getting that lovely crisscross effect there. And it's a type of dress you cannot lace up yourself, so you do need a bit of help, hence the reason for putting this video together. When we go to about 2/3 of the way down, you will then pull this in to fit the lady that's in the dress. You may still find you've got quite a large gap there with the skin this side. Now don't be afraid of actually pulling this in, because the whole reason this dress has actually been made, there's lots of boning going on at the side to give it some structure. So because we've gone behind on each loop, we then pull each corresponding, and then that one, that one. And you can see now, pulling that in and giving the bride back her lovely waist, and then you carry on again. So as we did before, behind, and I lace ladies up in dresses all day long, so I'm obviously probably doing this a lot quicker than you would actually do on the wedding day. I would have thought you'd probably need to allow an extra 1/4 hour to 20 minutes to do this job to get this effect now, which needs to be planned in when the bride is actually getting in her dress. It's not a straight zip up back and away you go. If you were running short of time, it's things like this that you have to actually figure in when you're lacing up a dress. It's not going to be, even with someone like myself that's doing it all day long, it's not a dress you can leave laced up. We've tried that before to make this process really simple for ladies, and perhaps leave the laces threaded already up like this and you step in the dress. Because you have to have the opening wide enough to be able to actually get in the dress, you cannot leave this laced up already. We've tried leaving it, say, part laced up, and then the laces don't sit flat because you get twists in them. And again, this is the effect that you actually need to have. the way I've made this dress, because this is actually one of my sample ones from my own business, I've actually shortened these laces. It's very specific to this this dress. You'll find probably ones in the shop. If I haven't already altered your dress, these laces will be probably far too long and may need shortening. But I then put a little button loop there that becomes the bustle. And what will happen, I will show you in a minute, is that we get to the end and then we'll actually tie those off. So that's the effect that we actually need now. Now if this was still too loose, you start going in and pulling each side. But you don't want to pull it in too much, and there's a twist going on there, you see, so you have to actually pull that out. Making sure you get each one still sitting flat. You have to have flat laces. If you get twists in them, you do not get the effect that we're asking for now. When the bride has perhaps eaten, she may find her dress then becomes a bit too tight. So what you can do is go out to the ladies' toilet and actually loosen this, so you can do the reverse of it and actually take each one, just sort this little bit out at the bottom. There you go. And that then, you just have a very neat little knot put in there, which is quite easy to undo should you need to. Perhaps if you feel that the waistband's expanding slightly and you need to actually let that. And then this pokes down through the bottom, which looks a lot neater than a big bow that would perhaps sit there on some dresses. Hides it out of the way. And that is your nice effect of lacing up the back of a wedding dress. Hope that will help everybody. Thanks very much.